Dear
Does your dog have this sort of
Dr.
Jôn's. In this edition of Veterinary Secrets, I'm going to show you how to make an essential oil hotspot. One of the more common veterinary concerns that clients discuss with me, I have these pet parents saying, my dog's got this oozy hotspot, they keep getting hotspots. Can you give me some type of recipe that's going to work? I want to show you an essential oil one that I was introduced to that is really effective and I've had some really good results with. So for those of you who don't know, a hotspot is also known in veterinary world as acute moist dermatitis. And what that means is if you got this acute inflammation, it could be from a cut, for instance. Perhaps your dog has some type of underlying allergy. Good girl, Tula. It may be that their skin has been moist, the bacteria has been trapped. Tula has been doing a fair amount of licking, but I can't see an unobvious hotspot. Her skin's a bit irritated, you know, she's been licking her paws, sort of scratching in her groin. But if your dog is to have a hotspot, generally you're gonna see like an area, they've licked the hair off, or the hair is gone. It's oozy red, and if you look up there, I have a little picture of a hotspot in the video. They're not uncommon, especially in the spring, summer, fall, and especially with their dogs that have allergies. So we know that most of the hot spots, the big key first is you gotta clip them first, clean them with some type of antiseptic. Could even be something like this, green tea, black tea for instance, or chlorhexidine. And then you gotta put something on that's gonna help dry them up, also like take away some of that inflammation, they're super inflamed, and then they deal with some of the bacteria, because really you're looking at bacteria growing, you know, on the surface hair follicles, causing all that ooziness. So the one recipe I really like, and I've seen some good results with, is using a combination of 3 different essential oils. So first we have, here's tea tree from Young Living. Second here we have copaiba. It's another wonderful essential oil. It's an anti-inflammatory one from Young Living. And third we have the lavender from Young Living. So what we're looking at is, I'm looking at a combination of essential oils that are antibacterial, antifungal, as well as sort of anti-inflammatory. We're gonna deal with that itch, help dry up that, and also help sort of dry up that really itchy skin. So if you guys can get one of these, this is a 30 ml or 2 ounce bottle of just a little glass spray bottle. I've got the little spray top on it. So this would be ideal. You know, if you can't get that, so be it, you can't spray it. Even just a dropper so you could drop it on, or just even mix it in a cup, you know, and then be able to drop it on. Regardless, but a spray bottle would be ideal. You'd be able to pick these up at most sort of natural health stores, most pharmacies now. Next, we've made up here our cup. Here's our, I'd use 1 tablespoon of loose leaf green tea. I drink it, and I've added about a cup of water to it. You could also just get, you know, a green tea bag and make yourself 1 cup of green tea. Now let's take the 3 different oils that we talked about, and I'm going to drop 5 drops of each one into our bottle here, our 8 ounce bottle. So we're starting with the lavender. So 5 drops of lavender. This is the copaiba. So the lavender is really good antibacterial, sort of one of the first essential oils that was popularized, used after World War I. And you have these soldiers that have all these infected wounds. Antibiotics were not yet being used or not yet invented. Lavender was working really well. So next we're using this one called copaiba, and it's sort of considered like the anti-inflammatory essential oil. I'm going to put 5 drops of it into, shoot. Sometimes it's hard to get the little dropper thing to drop straight out, but as best you can. So you got 5 drops of copaiba in there, maybe a few more, and then our last one here is the tea tree. I think the tea tree is the one many of you have used, and when I was sort of, the first oil I was ever introduced was this. I mean, clients would come in and they've been using tea tree on their dogs or tea tree on their cats, which I don't advise, just for your dogs. So we're doing 5, there's 5 drops of tea tree in there. So we have 15 drops of the 3 different essential oils. Next I'm gonna fill up my little spray bottle with my green tea. So it's just a small amount, it's just over 2 tablespoons of green tea. So there is our diluted essential oil hotspot spray blend. It's that sort of 2 tablespoons of green tea mixed in with 5 drops each, 5 drops of lavender, 5 drops of copaiba, and then lastly 5 drops of tea tree oil. Other common sense things, just make sure that the green tea is cool. You're not spraying it on hot to your dog. Secondly, don't be spraying these essential oils, anything really that's going to be near the mucous membranes, near your pet's eyes in particular. Just be really cautious there. But for most of the guys, we're dealing with something on their leg or in their groin. So let's do a little sample spray with Tula here, see how it works. Tula's been licking in her groin, so I'm going to try a little spray in here. So here, I'm just going to shake it up so it's well mixed up. Which you guys can do at home. It just smells pretty good. There's a little spray. And if you've got, a hot spot, you're just gonna be spraying it directly on that spot 2 to 3 times a day. Alright, Tula, I'll let you guys know how that works. So thanks you guys for watching this edition of Veterinary.
לרכישת השמנים ולפרטים נוספים והדרכה, השאירו הודעה או תגובה בדף זה ובדפים השונים שלנו.
הצטרפו לקבוצת הפייסבוק שלנו, כלבים וחתולים חוזרים אל אמא טבע, כי ישנה רק מחלה אחת, והיא ההתנתקות שלנו מהטבע. הרפואה הגדולה מכולן היא ללמד אנשים איך לא להזדקק לה.